Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Dhakal. The top stories first. PM Oli defends former Minister Gokul Baskota, accuses anti-government forces of trying to tarnish the image of government. Government hikes infrastructure development tax, claims capital expenditure will cross 90%. Sanepa murder mystery yet to be solved, police still clueless after forensic tests. Sporadic violence continues in Delhi, death toll rises to 33. And Arsenal crash out of the Europa League. United display a 5-star performance to qualify for the next round. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has jumped to the defense of former Minister Gokul Baskota, saying that the latter has not been proven guilty in the corruption case. Speaking at a training program for cadres of Bagmati province, Prime Minister Oli said the latest accusation faced by his cabinet is an attempt to tarnish the image of the government. He said that the accusation against Baskota has not been established and that the former communication minister has denied he was involved in the leaked audio tape in which he is alleged to have demanded 700 million kickback from a Swiss company agent.
मेरो बारेमा प्रश्न उठेको हुनाले राजीनामा गर्छु भनेर गोकुल बास्कोटाले राजीनामा गर्नुभयो। हामीले राजीनामा सुन्यौँ। उहाँले यो टेप मेरो होइन, मेरो आवाज होइन भनिरहनु भएको छ। म न्याय गर्छु भनिरहनु भएको छ। उहाँको कुरा हो, न्याय गर्छु। तर कुनै प्रमाणित छैन। स्विसको प्रतिनिधि होइन भनेर स्विसले भनेको छ। त्यो कम्पनीको पनि प्रतिनिधि होइन, सरकारको पनि प्रतिनिधि होइन।
He also expressed anger over the complaints filed against him and Baskota at the Commission of Investigation of Abuse of Authority.
पार्टीलाई बदनाम गर्न, सरकारलाई बदनाम गर्न, नेताहरूको चरित्र हत्या गर्न सङ्गठित प्रयासहरू भइरहेको छ। एउटा अदानी मान्छेले, अनधिकृत मान्छेले रेकर्ड गरेर, जसको प्रतिनिधि कसैको होइन, उनले रेकर्ड भनेर जो मैले रेकर्ड गरेको छु भन्छ, रेकर्ड बताउँछ भनेको त्यो कसले लगायो या केका लागि? प्रतिनिधि त कसैको होइन भने केका लागि गर्नु?
He once again reiterated his stance that anyone found guilty of corruption will be punished irrespective of his or her political allegiance. Meanwhile, Executive Chairman of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, said that the communist leaders has turned corrupt after attaining power. The government has increased the infrastructure development tax. The government made such announcement yesterday while making public the recent decisions made by the Council of Ministers. Finance Minister Yubaraj Khatiwada said that the government has decided to impose an additional tax of rupees 5 per litre on petrol and diesel. The amount will be utilized for development works, said the minister. Minister Khatiwada also claimed that the capital expenditure of the government is overall satisfactory. He said that the government will spend 90% of the capital budget by the end of the current fiscal year.
अर्थ मन्त्रालयबाट प्रस्तावित पेट्रोलियम पदार्थमा लगाउँदै आएको पूर्वाधार विकास करको दरमा परिमार्जन गर्ने भन्ने निर्णय भएको छ। त्यसमा पेट्रोल र डिजेलमा पूर्वाधार विकास कर 5 रुपैयाँ लागिरहेकोमा 10 रुपैयाँ प्रति लिटर 10 रुपैयाँ लाग्ने गरी संशोधन गरिएको छ।
Meanwhile, Minister Khatiwara said that the government is currently investigating the 700 million rupees scam involving former Communication Minister Gokul Baskota.
सरकारले नि सबै छानबिन गर्ने कुराहरू सरकार भनेर मन्त्री परिषदले नि भन्ने कुरा त आउँदैन। त्यहाँ सिआइबी पनि हुन्छ जसले पनि छानबिन गर्न सक्छ र संवैधानिक निकायहरू पनि हुन्छन्। त्यसले गरिरहँदा कतिवटा निकायले एउटा विषयमा छानबिन गरिराख्ने हो त्यो पनि छलफल गर्नुपर्छ। 2टा 3टा 4टा 5वटा कि दर्जन छानबिन गर्ने भयो भने चाहिँ राम्रो हुन्छ भन्ने त त्यो थ्योरी त हुँदैन होला। फेरि जो कम्पिटेन्ट अथोरिटी हो त्यसले छानबिन गर्नुपर्छ।
Finance Minister Khatiwara defended the government's decision to impose tax on books imported from abroad, saying that the move was essential to protect the local industries. Lawmakers of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Janata and Sharma, has warned the government not to point finger at anyone without any reason by issuing white papers. Speaking at the special hour of lower house meeting yesterday, Sharma came down heavily on the government, stating that it has no rights to accuse someone by distorting the facts. He made such remarks in response to the white paper issued by the Nepal Trust, in which he has been accused of being involved in controversial land deals in capacity of Home Minister. Sharma said that the controversial decision to hand over the trust's land to Yeti Holdings was taken on October 30th, 2017, but he had already resigned by then on October 16th. He expressed strong objections for linking him with the deal while he was no longer in a decision-making position. Is this an attempt to threaten me or get me to surrender? Questioned Sharma. He also questioned why the white paper included only the names of prime ministers and ministers of former governments, but not the present government led by KP Oli. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Back after the break, we continue with other national news. Former Secretary Arjun Karki's wife was killed in her own house on February 10th. The police had turned to the last resort of forensic investigation of the cell phones to solve the case. However, there are no leads in the case even after the result of the investigation has come forward. Bijay Chowdhury, a domestic helper, was also found dead in the next room where Muna Karki was found murdered. After the initial investigation, the police had concluded that Muna was killed in cold blood by her domestic help. The Lalitpur police had sent both cell phones for forensic investigation after the murder. However, the forensic investigation has yielded no results.
आइसकेको छ। आइसकेपछि हामीले त्यसलाई अध्ययन गर्दैछौँ, विश्लेषण गर्दैछौँ र त्यहाँ चाहिँ हामीले अहिलेसम्म हेर्दाखेरि त्यहाँ विभिन्न फोटोहरू छ, त्यस्तै अन्य चाहिँ डकुमेन्टहरू वर्ड फाइलमा हुन्छ हैन, नोटप्याड फाइलमा हुन्छ, त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले अध्ययन गर्ने हो र अहिलेसम्म यहाँ अध्ययन गर्दाखेरि त्यस्तो किसिमको सस्पिसियस, त्यस्तो किसिमको भाइलेन्ट, त्यस्तो अन्य किसिमको केही पनि देखिया छैन।
The police have been searching for a motive and intent to conduct the crime. The report of the forensic investigation shows no clear motive for the murder to take place. The police have already confirmed that Muna Karki was killed by choking her with a rope while smashing her face with a kitchen seat. However, the police are still clueless about the actual intent of the murder.
घटना भइसकेको छ। घटनामा तपाईको मैले भने अनुसन्धानमा तीनटा चीजहरु हुन्छ। घटनास्थल, पीडित, पीडक हुन्छ। तीनटै चीजहरु छ। किन यो घटना घट्यो भन्ने कुरा छ। कहिलेकाहीँ तपाईको जो आफूले सुसाइड गर्ने मान्छेहरुले म यो कारणले सुसाइड गर्दैछु, मलाई यो पीडा भयो, त्यसकारणले म संसार छोड्दैछु भनेर के सुसाइड नोटहरु केही त्यस्ता संकेतहरु छोडेर गएको अवस्था हुन्छ, तर सबैमा त्यस्तो अवस्थाहरु हुँदैन।
The murder mystery remains to be solved. Former Deputy Prime Minister C.P. Mainali, who is also the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Nepal, Marxist-Leninist, has been critically injured in a road accident in Bardivas of Mahottari district. The accident occurred yesterday when a car he was travelling in collided head-on with a pickup jeep coming from the opposite direction at Ratopul area of BP highway. The car, with registration number 4CHA2120, was carrying 5 persons including Mainali. The accident occurred at around 12 p.m. yesterday afternoon. The vehicle was en route to Kathmandu from Bardivas when it met with the accident. Besides Mainali, his son Saroj, 30, daughter-in-law Pooja, 5-year-old grandson and the driver were injured in the accident. According to the police, Mainali has sustained serious injuries and has been airlifted to Kathmandu for treatment. The chief whip of ruling Nepal Communist Party, Dev Gurung, has said that although the constitution amendment is the need of the hour, it will not be possible without national consensus. Speaking at a program organized in the valley yesterday, Gurung said that although constitution is a document that can be amended, it will not be possible without agreement at the national level. On the issue of MCC grant agreement, Gurung said the task force had submitted a final suggestion report which will be studied by the Secretariat and decisions will be taken accordingly. He said there was no doubt that the MCC will be passed only after it is deemed beneficial for Nepal. And now the news from the economic front. The 5th Sustainable Summit 2020 will be held in Kathmandu from 1st to the 5th of June. In a program organized in the capital yesterday, the organizers emphasized on bringing a new product into the market that will remain sustainable in the long run. The emphasis was also given to the development of policies that not only bolster the tourism industry but also uplifts the life of the local people. The participants of the program also stressed on the need of creating a separate entity that organizes clean-up programs of the mountains. The participants also stressed on the need of administrative improvements that will help in better communications within and with other ministries. Time for a short break here at JanataTelevision. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. Sporadic violence hit parts of Delhi as gangs roamed streets littered with the debris of the days of sectarian riots that have killed 33 people, AFP cited police as saying. Thousands of riot police and paramilitaries patrolled the affected northeast fringes of the Indian capital of 20 million people, preventing any major eruptions, however. The unrest is the latest bout of violence over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's citizenship bill, which triggered months of demonstrations that turned deadly in December, the French news agency reported. Sunil Kumar, director of the Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital, said Thursday the hospital registered 30 deaths while the chief doctor at Lok Nayak Hospital said 3 people had died there. All of them had gunshot injuries, Kumar told AFP. Kishore Singh, medical superintendent Lok Nayak Hospital, told AFP that 10 people were still in serious condition there. The new fatalities, up from the 27 on Wednesday, were all from the violence on Monday and Tuesday when mobs of Hindu and Muslims fought running battles. The initial violence erupted late Sunday. Earth has acquired a second mini-moon about the size of a car, according to astronomers who spotted the object circling our planet. The mass, roughly 6 to 11 feet in diameter, was observed by researchers Kasper Westchok and Teddy Pruen at the NASA-funded Catalina Sky Survey in Arizona on the night of February 15. Big news, Earth has a new temporarily captured object, possible mini-moon called 2020 CD3, likely to be a C-type asteroid, Veritas tweeted on Wednesday. The astronomer said it was a big deal as this is just the second asteroid known to orbit Earth after 2006 RH120, which was also discovered by the Catalonia Sky Survey. Its route suggests it entered Earth's orbit around 3 years ago, he said. The Smithsonian Astrophysical Observatory's Minor Planets Center, which collects data on minor planets and asteroids, in an announcement said Earth's new neighbor is not in a stable orbit and is unlikely to be around for very long. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Arsenal crashed to a shocking Europa League defeat at the hands of the Greek side Olympiacos. The English side had carried forward a one-goal advantage into the second leg of the tie. However, a 53rd minute Cisse goal pushed the game into extra time. Everything looked all but over when Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored in the 113th minute, but Arsenal's set-piece defensive woes continued when El Arabi scored from a corner in 190th minute to send the Gunners crashing out of the Europa League. In another match, Manchester United cruised through to the next round, defeating Club Brugge's 5-0. The Portuguese midfielder Bruno Fernandes played an important role for the Red Devils, scoring one goal and creating another for the debutant Ighalo, who scored his first United goal. With all the round of 32 fixtures over, all 16 winning teams will be drawn against each other by UEFA today. Russia's appeal against a 4-year ban from all major sporting events for doping violations will not be heard before the end of April. The ban means athletes will not be allowed to compete under the Russian flag at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and Paralympics and football's 2022 World Cup. The Court of Arbitration for Sports, CAS, has also announced the appeal hearing will not be heard in public. Russia was given the ban by the World Anti-Doping Agency WADA in December. Rasuda, Russia's anti-doping agency, appealed against the decision later in December, sending a letter to WADA stating that it disputes the ban in its entirety. Despite the ban, Russia will be able to compete at Euro 2020, in which St. Petersburg will be the host city, as European football's governing body UEFA is not defined as a major event organization with regards to ruling on anti-doping breaches. Russia has been banned from competing as a nation in athletics since 2015. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. PM Oli defends former Minister Gokul Baskota, accuses anti-government forces of trying to tarnish the image of government. Government hikes infrastructure development tax, claims capital expenditure will cross 90%. Sanepa murder mystery yet to be solved, police still clueless after forensic tests. Sporadic violence continues in Delhi, death toll rises to 33. And Arsenal crash out of Europa League. United display a 5-star performance to qualify for the next round. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.